Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Talking Movies. My name's Josh.
I'm Clay.
I'm Randall.
I'm Chris.
And so today we're talking about Randy's pick this week. This is Manhunter from 1986.
Oh yeah, 86.
Have you ever seen blood on the moonlight well?
William, you're gonna make yourself sick or get yourself killed.
Multiple trails.
Just you and me now, sport.
One hunter.
I'm gonna find you, damn it.
FBI agent Will Graham. Manhunter.
Hey, who did he do? Who directed? Oh shit.
Well, this is Michael Mann.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Did he do?
Heat?
No, the one with Tom Cruise and Jamie Foxx.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, he
Collateral.
Yes, there you go.
Okay, because there was 6 different points in this movie where I was like, oh, this kind of feels like Collateral, but that explains why I like Collateral so much too. Then.
Yes.
It's been forever since I've seen Collateral.
Sam.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I mean, most of his movies are pretty awesome.
Right.
Yeah, we just did Heat not that long ago too. So you're on a Michael Mann run.
Did I pick Heat too?
Yeah, that was like a couple months ago.
Yeah. Well, he's got a style that I enjoy.
Yeah.
And
It's very doodly.
Okay, so this movie was on my list, and Carissa and I were going through movies recently. I don't know, a couple weeks ago, and I had asked her, "Oh, have you seen Manhunter?" Because I think we had mentioned it recently, just in talking at some point on this channel.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "No, what is it?" And I tell her it's like Silence of the Lambs, same kind of story, different storyteller. And she's like, "Oh," and I was like, "You want to watch it?" And we just never got around to it. So when Josh was like, "Hey, it's your pick. What do you want to pick?" I was like, "Oh, let me look at my list." I started looking at it, and this one just popped out at me. I was like, "Fucking Manhunter, dude." I was like, "You down with that?" He was like, "Yeah, let's do it." And I knew it would be at least something that I enjoyed watching because my time's kind of thin right now. So I was like, let me at least nail it with my own time. I was assuming you guys would enjoy this movie.
Yeah, it's something I think we've all seen at least once before.
Yep.
Yeah.
But it's been a while.
Once, yeah.
Just the once?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I've only seen it once as well. Yeah.
Okay.
It's been a long time.
I love the franchise. I've read 2 of the books. This is
Yeah.
like the Red Dragon book. I think this movie came out between Red Dragon and Silence of the Lambs. So, man, I mean,
Red Dragon's
I was
also good.
super into that whole franchise, even the Hannibal series.
Oh, yeah.
And man, I watched this and I was like, I can't believe. Well, the first time I saw it, I did not like it. I was very critical of it against Silence of the Lambs. And then when I watched it this time, I was like, holy shit. That was an amazing movie. That was a really good movie. I think in my opinion, this may be your best pick ever. So.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It's
Solid
one of my, I don't think that this movie is better than Silence of the Lambs, but I enjoy watching it better. Silence of the Lambs has just got some stuff in it that this movie just can't really compete with, in my opinion. But for a few reasons, I prefer watching this one. Main reason is that I like Brian Cox way more than I like Anthony Hopkins. I like his character way better. He seems more realistic to me. I think the Anthony Hopkins one is a little bit corny, but it's still great. I still like it. I don't know another word to describe it. I'm not trying to talk shit, but
yeah.
I also like the Michael Mann way of storytelling. It's more sleek, sexier. The music's better, in my opinion. Not a big Jodie Foster fan. I don't dislike her. I'm just not a big fan. So just these little things, when you add it all together, it's like, oh, I think I'd rather just watch this one. Better movie? No, I'm not saying that.
Bro,
I just think
I
like
was
that
feeling
one.
that a couple times when I was watching it. I was like, as much as I love Silence of the Lambs, but I still think that's the pinnacle to me.
I would say objectively, you're correct.
Yeah, let's not get crazy.
Yeah.
It's not Silence of the Lambs.
No,
I
watch it though.
I had a similar thing to Clay. I watched this the first time. I was kind of mid on it. I was like, it's kind of dated. It's just 280s.
That's what I like about it.
Yeah, and then so I hadn't seen it in a long time. I know way more about Michael Mann now. I know way more about, the Hannibal Lecter stuff now. And so and everyone talks great about this movie. So I was excited to rewatch it. And it is a very good movie. I have problems with it. It is pretty dated still. I would feel like a lot of the music in it to me is a little
bro, that
rough.
was my era.
The music was a fucking high point.
It was awesome.
I wrote down 3 different notes, and 2 of the 3 are about the music. I love the music in this movie. Like, I think it's great. It's perfect for it. It fits it really well. It is dated, and it very much dates the film. But it's an era and a style and everything that I'm interested in. So I think maybe that would make me be a little more biased towards it. But I don't know, man. I think that I've watched a lot of movies recently that all feel kind of dated, man. All the stuff from the 90s feels really dated right now because we've gone so far past it with our just technology and stuff that everything feels dated to me, man. Even shit from the 2000s is starting to feel like
even early 2000s stuff, especially like soundtracks and stuff.
Well,
when you watch something from the early 2000s and it's all like, new metal, whatever, or industrial metal type stuff.
You missed it, Randy. But last week we watched Demon Lover. It's 2003. It's like all Sonic Youth soundtrack. It was like very dated. It was more dated than this, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, dated doesn't have to necessarily be a bad thing.
I agree.
Yeah.
So it's just showing its era.
I did some research on this movie, and the comparison was like Miami Vice.
Oh yeah,
like they were gonna cast Don Johnson and shit, and David Lynch was like asked to direct it at one point. He was like, no. I guess he was under contract with Dino De Laurentiis. I was like, bro, this all connects for me. I think that's what made me like it even more.
Yeah, it all checks all those boxes, man. Like, I think if they could take, and this is just me being a fan of both movies, honestly, is like if they could take like the bad guy from Silence of the Lambs with like some of the visual stuff and honestly the sound of this movie, and then you put maybe Jodie Foster and the curly haired guy, take out the head director dude, take him out, and there's like if you can combine the 2 movies, you could make like something that I would call a perfect movie. I think Silence of the Lambs is pretty fucking close to perfect, honestly. But like I think I would be able to make it a movie that I liked more just by combining the 2. But man, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't love Silence of the Lambs. That movie's amazing, but I just like this style. I was watching it, I was like, dude, there's so many things about this that I would prefer, because I was like, man, I guess I just like that over the top kind of cheesy shit. The first part of this movie, where they're sitting in bed and then the lights on, and you could tell they're like, oh, I can't see, and then it goes Manhunter and that green. I literally went, fuck yeah, dude. I was like, this is awesome.
I mean, just the brightly lit neon rooms and stuff like that.
Right.
That was one of the things that stuck out for me watching it back in the day. Was just I remember all the neon. I mean, it's not like throughout the movie, but there are a few scenes that just.
I think there's like a laser too in one scene.
Yeah.
Well, this is early Michael Mann still. Thief is his first theatrical film. I think he done
third directed.
Yeah, so he did Thief, and then he did The Keep, which has lots of lasers in it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. awesome soundtrack, Tangerine Dream, and then he did this. I think The Keep was like a huge bomb, right?
Yes.
So and like a horrible production.
Yeah, this was a pretty big bomb
like
too.
16 million, and it only grossed like 8.
Yeah.
Yep. And he kind of retreats back, like I think he does the LA Takedown TV movie, which became Heat later, right after this. And he was doing Miami Vice. Miami Vice is Michael Mann, like that was his thing.
Oh, shit, yeah,
yeah.
So I guess what's his face dyed his hair blonde and like really tried to come out with like a totally different look, because he says he was freaked out by the role or whatever. Even though he made a whole career out of CSI later on, but he like changed his whole appearance because he didn't like it fucked with his psyche somehow.
Peterson,
the character did. Yeah, Peterson.
Yeah, he's awesome in this movie.
Yeah, I thought so too.
He's amazing. Like him, Brian Cox, and Tom Noonan, the the Tooth Fairy Killer or
Yeah.
whatever. They're the
Well,
highlights of this movie for sure.
Brian Cox was doing an interview recently. I think this might actually be what kind of stuck this movie in my head. Was I was watching an interview with Brian Cox, and he said that him and Anthony Hopkins have this agreement where they never discuss like their roles, who they thought was better. They just do not talk about it. And if they get asked in an interview, they go, "That's between you and yourself. That is up to you. It's nothing to do with me.
Yeah, same thing.
I played the role. You tell me how you think I did in it." And I thought that was really cool because I genuinely think that Brian Cox is a scarier version of this character because Anthony Hopkins is so over the fucking top. Now, he did some stuff that's kind of iconic, so you can't really say that he didn't put his own stamp on it. But it's kind of like, to me, it's almost like, and this is it makes sense in a descriptive way, but it's not really a great comparison. But it's kind of like Jack Nicholson's Joker and Heath Ledger's Joker. You have more of a more scarier, more like kind of darker toned, and then you have like this more like clearly a bad guy, but he's got bravado and the fucking fava beans and Chianti line. Like that shit doesn't happen in this movie. Instead, he like calls the dude's house, like uses it's just a little bit more dark. I don't know. I don't think it's grounded. I think it's darker. I just think it's a darker role, and it's you get further on those two lines. Like these two characters are much more similar than the Joker characters, but it kind of makes my point.
Yeah, I think Hopkins is definitely more theatrical.
That's theatrical, right?
Yeah, he's more of a stage presence to it. It's more of an iconic role. I think his like stare like directly into the camera, like those blue eyes.
There's a couple things he does that are
that stuff. Perfect. I think sticks with you more, just as
it's a bit more. It's more menacing, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, you think so? I thought
so.
Brian Cox was more menacing, personally. I thought Anthony Hopkins is too kind of. It's almost corny to me, but whatever. It's not by a lot.
Yeah, like Josh said, it's a little theatrical, so he's playing it up for sure.
Yeah,
and I mean, Brian Cox is. I mean, I think the performances are kind of similar. Honestly.
I do too.
Like I wish we could have had more. Like I really I didn't remember him being in it a lot, but I mean, I wish we could have had a little bit more. That's probably one of my biggest gripes with the movie. I wish there was a little bit more of a lead up, because like the main character, he's battling, thinking like a serial killer or whatever you want to call him. I think it just kind of takes a big leap in the middle where he just kind of figures it out. I wish there could have been a little bit more between him and Hannibal Lecter that,
Yeah.
But it's a 2-hour movie, so we're not going to have 30 more minutes of Hannibal Lecter conversations in it.
I don't know that I would have been mad about that, though, and I don't like long movies. I think I still would have been like, I'll take that.
Yeah, I think that's the difference a little bit with the Anthony Hopkins stuff. He gets a little more to do. His thread of the story gets tied back into the end, and it leaves you with that last moment of him escaping. You just don't get nearly as much meat on the bone.
No, that is a pretty big difference. I'd say that's like the primary thing that, like, if that was the case with this movie, I would say there actually might be an argument for which movie you would think was better. But there is a lot of bad guy left out of this film.
Yeah.
For what reason, I don't know. But I still like it a lot, man. It's a great movie. I had a good time watching it. The music, dude, I fucking literally, there's a part where he's sorry, do you have a thought, Josh? I didn't mean to cut you.
Go ahead.
Okay. So there's a bedroom scene with the blind woman, and I think they're having sex, right? Mm. The song is called Shriek Back. The band's called The Big Hush. When I heard that, I watched that scene twice on the first watch because I was like, I don't even like bedroom. I hate that shit in movies, honestly. But the music, it just fits so well. And then about 5 or 10 minutes later, the part where he shows up to her house and he sees that guy looking at her and touching her, and he thinks they're going to make out.
Right.
Whatever that song was, that song I don't know the name of. But
I don't know.
That part was badass. And then it shows up about 5 more minutes, and it's got Iron Butterfly playing Anagata Devita when he's fucking her up. And I was just like, dude, man, people nailed it with the music in this movie.
And he's figuring it all out, and it's like slowly zooming in on him, and he's putting all the pieces together, and he's like, no, there's a label on the can. Peel the label off, and the guy's like, what? And he says it, and then like boom, they're on it, like going to the play. I was like, oh, this is so badass. But the music there is so connected to the scene. I mean, it was incredible, man. It was a really great.
What's
Yeah.
Stu's? Sorry.
I just wanted to clarify my earlier statement. So all the synth, just like the synth music, I like.
Yeah.
It's just some of the other stuff, like the song that you just
There's
brought
bad
up.
songs. Yeah.
The song, some of the songs, like the one that you brought up when he sees the blind girl and her,
Helper guy.
yeah, her helper or whatever. I didn't like that one. Like, there's just several songs in the movie. I'm like, it's just I don't
The
like
only
this.
one that stuck out as bad to me was the very end song. It was so on the nose, 80s, corny, that, I mean, it gave me a good laugh.
I didn't catch
I was
that one
like,
the second watch. I don't know.
It was just like, oh, what's the most cliche song we could put at the end of
And-
an 80s movie?
Yeah, and yeah, there's just weird things in the movie. I really like the movie this time. I just want to be clear, but there's
If you do, Josh.
Well, it's all right, but no, it's really good. But there's like weird, just like really strange and dated things, like the very end when it does a freeze frame of him and his happy family on the beach.
Yeah.
And when that
Now they're
cheesy
all in,
song
like,
is playing.
pastel shorts that are, showing their balls
Yeah,
and
there's
stuff. Yeah.
yeah,
There was
there's
one
just
scene where, like, he steps over the camera, and I'm like, dude, we can see your balls. Like, we don't need it.
Dude, remind me about seeing people's balls in a few minutes when we get done talking about this, because I got something funny to tell y'all.
I'm not
Okay, when Dennis Farina and him are talking in the hotel room, and Dennis Farina's like trying to give up, he's like, "Man, it's time to just pack it in or whatever, right?" And he's like, "I'll fucking tell you when it's too late."
Oh, yeah.
right.
I was like, "Yeah, bro, and he's like, "You brought me back into this," and I'm literally going like, "Yeah, you motherfucker, what's your deal?" Like, I so understood that. He's like, "Bro, you woke this monster up, dude. You got to let me do what I got to do until I go back and take a nap, man. It is what it is, dude. This is gonna have to play through, my friend.
Yep.
You should have stepped in this fucking pile, dude. Like, it is what it is." And I was like, "Bro, I hate when people behave like that. Hey, let's try starting something, and you get started, then never mind. Fuck off, dude. I'm going, man.
You started it. Yep, you
Anybody want to get Coke tonight? Nah, we're good.
Honestly,
You already said it, bro. We're getting Coke tonight, man."
When I saw that scene, I thought of you. I was like, I bet Randy loves this argument right here. Like, that's his jam.
Super did. Very much so. Yes, sir. You are
There's
correct.
good stuff in that, and like stuff that people like would look at and be like, "Oh, that's so cheesy," and it's really earnest. Like when he walks out on the street and he's all like pumped up at one point, and he's like, "It's just you and me now, sport, and I'm gonna find you, god damn it!" And it's the music is just swelling and all this stuff. I'm just like, it. You could say it's cheesy, but it's just like he's taking it serious. Like
It might be cheesy, but people have definitely done that in real life.
It's his inner monologue, like out loud.
Right.
So it works as an inner monologue, but a little cheesy, like when you say it out loud.
Oh, I love it.
but it's
Maybe
good.
that's what I like so much about this movie, is that there are some pretty cheesy stuff about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why I said like dated doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing. Some of it could be, but in general, like dated, is good, I think.
And I think we're allergic this day and age to earnestness. So like anything like that, people are just like, "Ooh, you're being too real," or whatever. Like I kind of hate that. So I like when you can just like be in the moment and say something sincere and a little vulnerable, even like that. So I like stuff like that for sure.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
New take on Silence of the Lambs for me. I mean, I just was so happy to have a great movie to watch. I've hit some duds lately. Even some shows have been duds. So I was just like, oh yeah, this was so nice to have a great movie to watch. Man, it was a hitter. And so, and I love Silence of the Lambs. I love the serial killer shit. And William Peterson, like CSI, man, I watched the hell out of that show too. But
yeah, so I was looking up his career because I was like, haven't seen him lead very many movies. He's literally, this is his third movie. So he's like, his first movie is Thief. He's like a bartender in the background or something. Because I was like, where is he in Thief? It was like, oh, he's like towards the bottom of the cast list, bartender. I was like, okay.
Dude, number 2.
Yeah, right. And then his next movie is To Live and Die in L.A. William.
Yeah, that's a
movie.
similar movie to this in like style and essence and stuff.
Very similar. Yeah.
I was just thinking about that movie like today. Actually, I was like, oh, I need to watch Live and Die.
Well, these are his two like big lead performances, and then after that, it's like a bunch of nothing. I think I think both of those movies didn't do very well.
No.
And then so he just, and both of them are good movies.
Isn't that weird?
They just didn't hit.
Yeah, actually bankrupt Dino De Laurentiis' business.
Did it?
Yeah,
really?
Shut it down. And
actually, I remember hearing that. Yeah.
And so he wasn't involved in Silence of the Lambs.
Yes.
And after its success, he got involved again. So,
right. That's why all the other movies suck.
Damn. Shots fired.
Yeah, I mean, I watched was it Hannibal not too long ago. It's pretty bad.
Is that the one with Ray Liotta?
Yeah.
Love that fucking movie, dude. It's not a good movie, but I love it.
That's a Ridley Scott joint too.
Yeah. Well, and Red Dragons, Brett Ratner.
Brett Ratner. Yep.
So they got some A-list talent for those sequels.
You know what I found out too? I was just like, this is an interesting movie because of all the like the early career threads. Like you can start going down a lot of rabbit holes with stuff. I was looking at the cinematographer. He shot this movie and Red Dragon. I'm like, what the hell? Those movies don't look the same at all either.
No.
So totally different.
And this one actually looks pretty cool.
Which one's the one with the freaky German kid? Is that Hannibal Rising? And the Asian mom?
I never saw that one, but
really?
Yeah.
That's a pretty wild ass movie. Gaspar, God, what is his name? He died unfortunately, but he did a very creepy ass young Hannibal.
Huh.
Did y'all watch a great movie, but
yeah,
it's kind of like you get into the girl and the dragon tattoo, and then you got to suffer through some dog shit. Like, speaking of,
okay. Did y'all ever watch the Hannibal show?
Oh yeah.
A while back.
Yeah. I like it. It was okay. I didn't think it was as good as the movies, but it was okay.
Yeah, I thought it was really, really good.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a while.
And it's like, what was it, like NBC or something? Like it was a network TV show.
Yeah, it was basic cable or basic network.
Really?
Yeah, I remember it was like, this is a network TV show. It's probably gonna suck. I watched the first episode. I was like, holy shit! I can't believe they were putting this on TV. It's pretty. Yeah. It's dark.
It's twisted. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, I didn't know that. I thought it was like a TNT or something.
No, it's basic cable.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. Huh. So especially for that, it was extremely dark. I enjoyed it. I don't know if I ever watched the last season, but I watched the first couple of seasons.
There's a few.
Really liked it. Mads Mikkelsen was a good Hannibal too.
I thought so too. He was scary as Hannibal.
Yeah. He had that, and it's all Will Graham too, so it ties into this.
What do I know Will Graham from?
Oh, well, he's the main character in this movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You mean the fucking character?
Yes,
bro. Brain fart. You said Will Graham, and I wasn't thinking character and story. I was thinking actor.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
that's why I was like, "What do I know that guy from?" Because I was like, "I don't know that name because it's fucking not an actor."
Sorry, yeah.
Oh, dude, you don't have to apologize. I should have definitely known that. That kind of shit always gets me, though. You're like, hey, what's your favorite movie character's name? I'm like, shit, I don't know, dude. Maybe Ponyboy, because it's the only one I can fucking remember. Godzilla, I know that character.
Like I was telling them I couldn't remember freaking Tom Cruise's character's name for the Mission Impossible movies.
Fuck, I don't know his name either.
I've seen like 4 or 5 of those stupid things.
What's
Ethan Hunt?
Oh, yeah. Just kidding. I knew that the whole time. I was testing Josh.
Come on, man. Come on, it's like saying I don't know James Bond's name.
I don't know about that, but
It's pretty close.
but yeah, it is. I mean, yes, they say his name a million times.
They say his name a lot in those movies. I mean, they call it. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, this is a real tiger. They sedated this fucking tiger.
Oh, yeah.
I was sure it was a real tiger. I had
real.
I had questions about that whole scene though. Like,
Yeah.
who does he know that has a sedated tiger? Like
Mike Tyson.
He was just showing her something cool.
No. Yeah.
But
He's like, I'll show you my pussy. You show me yours. And she's like, meow. And he's like, all right.
It obviously
that scar on my face.
It worked.
Sorry.
It obviously worked. So,
Dude.
Or to her, did it?
I thought she was an attractive lady. I thought she was the appropriate amount of attractive because she wasn't like super hot. Because that dude, like, I don't know, these movies, man. They get these people in there that are just like 10 out of 10s, and you're like, this shit is not realistic at all. This woman, I don't know. I like plain looking people though.
yeah,
That was pretty rude when he was sort of torturing her at the end. I mean, she was blind, turns up the music, and like shuts the door or whatever, and freaking torments her. Oh,
Man said that's pretty rude.
that's the funniest thing you've ever said, bro.
Dude.
It's so rude that he was torturing her.
Like he owes her an apology.
I mean, I'm watching it. And I'm like, is he gonna kill her? Is he not gonna kill her? I was like, he's not gonna. And I was like, he's gonna kill her. Like he is a killer.
Yeah.
That is what. That's how he gets his jollies off. Like, don't get it twisted. And then, sure enough, she's locked in a room.
Yeah, I mean, if what happens in the movie didn't set him off, something else was going to at some point.
But
I like that he was gonna turn, and then he just was like, "Oh no, I think she likes that guy a little bit enough to maybe possibly kiss him sometimes." Yeah. Fuck, I'm gonna murder everybody. You're like, "Oh my god, this dude's got a real problem, man."
Yeah, the cheesy '80s sunset wasn't good enough for him. And
it was good enough for me, damn it! It was good enough for me, bro. I love this fucking movie, man. I like. There's like little bitty things I liked about it too. There's one shot with fucking main character guy, and he's like standing and he's looking at a wall, and you're looking at the back of his head, and the shot, like I guess he's on like a fucking something with wheels because he's not moving his body, but he's moving forward. I just liked it. It was cool looking to me, and there's a bunch of symmetrical shit with lights in this movie. Not a bunch. There's a few shots where like everything is real wide looking. I don't know. I'm starting to notice stuff like that.
That's a Michael Mann shit. Like he likes.
Yeah, I'm starting to notice the things like that I like in movies. It's not a lot, not often, but this one had a few things that grabbed me. And then there was a part where this woman was laying in bed. I can't remember if it was like a, like maybe like a, it was like a maybe like a what do they call it?
Part?
What do they call it when they go back in time in a thing? It's a
flashback,
like a flashback or something, you know? And she's like laying in bed, and her eyes are all white, and her mouth's all white. And it was like just that little bitty thing. I was like, they wouldn't do that in a movie now. I'm like, and if they did, it would look completely different. And I was like, I like that. It just reminds me of being young and watching these movies on a TV the size of a fucking refrigerator that had a screen the size of my phone.
I always think it's funny how, like, in the 80s, the kid always like, yeah, you killed the bad guy, and he's like all hugging on his dad, and it's
fuck yeah,
like
Dad, you took a life.
Yeah, I mean, it when I saw that, I was like, yeah, your kid thinks you're a damn hero. Like, that's awesome. That is very 80s. But
right, they know heroes no more. Fucking dude, I saw a thing about Bruce Willis the other day. It made me fucking sad, dude. Like I need Bruce Willis to be Bruce Willis. God damn it, not old, frail, losing his mind Bruce Willis. I feel bad for his whole family, man.
Oh, that whole thing sucks.
But yeah, I enjoyed this movie a lot. I'm glad that you guys liked it. I was watching it and I wasn't too worried, but I thought, man, what if somebody throws a wrench in this and just goes, this shit sucked? Because it could, somebody could have not liked this. It's not, it like you said, it's dated.
Yeah, a little bit, but yeah, no, it's a really good time. It's really well made. It's a lot of fun. I the last like 10 minutes.
Him jumping through the window and just
the
cops
that part I liked.
Just running up to the house, just
jumps through the window and then he just immediately gets knocked out.
Dude, that was the best part. Is that it was like all that shit for clunk.
Yeah, like that was a bad idea.
Yes. Oh, dude, I love this shit, dude.
I think the chick still died too. Like, I don't think he was too late is sort of the problem.
That is funny, bro.
He had a gun. He could have just shot him. They make a huge, like, they show him loading like multiple bullets into that
That's
gun.
right. And then Dennis Farina's like, dude, don't worry about it. We got guys coming with guns.
Right.
He's like, yeah, they won't be in time. And Dennis Farina's like, bro.
And then it's like, why would I use this gun? I'll just jump through the window.
He's like, right? He's like, dude, it's cool. We got backup coming, bro. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna go get a drink. It's like 4:30 in the afternoon. I'm gonna have a little. No, I mean it's like nighttime, but whatever. But Dennis Farina looked like he was just chilling, like he was not concerned at all.
Like,
And
you
then all
might
of a
kill this
sudden-
chick, but we'll get him.
Yeah, it'll be all right. You know.
It's her bad choice.
Yeah.
Shouldn't pick that guy.
Oh, I love Dennis Farina, dude. That guy was awesome.
But yeah, that whole end part is pretty ridiculous.
Oh, I'll take it. I want it more ridiculous.
Good
It's
time.
fucking-
Good
fucking
pick,
terrible.
Randy.
But yeah,
Thank
it
you.
was
Thank
solid.
you.
Dug it.
What do we who's pick for next week?
Yeah, Chris,
Mine.
your pick, right?
Oh shit.
Lay it on us. What do you got?
I got another one that I'm pretty damn confident we've all seen, but may hopefully have been a little while for us. 28 Days Later. The new,
Oh shit.
the
Okay.
new one's coming out. And I think the 28 Days Later is like available for the first time in a while. So
Finally, yeah, it was very unavailable for a long time.
You
Dude,
know, I was
my
wanting
wife-
to watch it.
Oh yeah,
When we were talking about it about 2 months ago, I was wanting to watch it, and I really had a hard time.
Yeah.
I didn't end up watching it because of it. So it's been a minute since I watched it, man. I'm excited.
yeah, it's been a while since I've seen both. I mean, 28 and or days and weeks later. But yeah, new one coming out. I was like, might as
When's
well
that
watch the show.
happening?
Like a
is
month
it like a couple weeks or something? Yeah, or maybe
Oh, yeah.
a few weeks. Yeah,
or this month, or sometime this month. I think.
I think it's
That's
this
awesome.
month. Yeah, it's
I
very
keep forgetting
soon.
it's June already.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, pretty
Awesome.
soon.
Yeah, I think I've only seen both of those movies one time, to be honest. But I like them.
They're good movies, man. That's one of the better zombie flicks out there, man. It's,
Yeah,
it's
I
like
think so.
it's I think that it competes with like first season Walking Dead type shit. I don't care what anybody says. The first couple of seasons of Walking Dead are about as perfect as you can get for like apocalyptic zombie shit. It goes kind of haywire after that.
Yeah,
Pretty quick too. Like
exactly.
maybe like fifth season, it starts to just go. But the first few are really good. But that hospital shit is really, they both nailed it. And I don't know which one I like better. But yeah, dude, 28 Days Later is fucking awesome. That's a good movie to pick,
The
Chris.
John Bernthal Walking Deads are some of the best Walking Deads. I think he's in for like a one and a half.
One
seasons.
Yeah, yeah.
He dies at the end of season 2. if
I love
remember
John
right.
Bernthal just
Yeah.
like as an actor. That guy's badass.
Yep.
Yep.
Dude,
I think
check
I
this out.
watched 3 seasons of that, and the third season I was like, I'm done.
Yeah. Dude, honestly, that checks out, bro. Like, I don't know that I would watch more than 3 or 4, and I'm pretty
I've seen
deep into
every
horror.
one.
Well, the first season's like 6 episodes. I
Yeah.
think the second season's like 12 or something.
Yeah.
And then it becomes like 16 episodes, and they started like padding it out, like
Yeah.
because they knew they had a cash cow.
shows.
They're
Yeah.
still padding it out.
Dude, there's like nude walk, bro. I don't know how there's still new episodes of that shit.
There's
And there's
got
like
a show.
two spin-offs. It's
There's
all
like
kind of
3, I
crap.
think.
There's
Yeah.
a New York one or something.
There's a Darren, there's a Dixon one. There's the black woman with the sword. I think she's got her
Oh,
own
yeah.
show. There's a Fear the Walking Dead. So there's 3 right there. There's at least 3 or 4. Isn't that nuts? And they're all, dude. You know what though? Whatever, man. If those people are making a living, dude, good for them, man. Good for them.
I think they're trying to bring Rick back too in a new show. I don't know.
Fuck, that's crazy. So this has something to do with movies and music. I want to tell you real quick because it's just so fucking crazy.
Okay.
So, okay, my brother and sister aren't blood related to me, so this does matter in this story, right? So they've got a cousin in Chicago, and as little kids, they would go see him sometimes. Well, I had all these cassette tapes that were Rancid and all these punk bands, right? And then my sister got a hold of them, and she takes them up to Chicago one year, and she leaves them there. Her cousin named Steven gets these tapes. We're all around the same age, like 13, 14 years old. I was probably 15 at this time. He gets them. He falls in love with punk music. And I don't even know this, bro. I don't talk to them. I don't know them. He falls in love with punk music and starts playing punk music, right? The other day, I guess it was Saturday, maybe? No, Sunday. I was at the shop. He texts me out of the blue. Hey, man, it's Steven, Manny and Jeremy's cousin. And I was like, dude, what the fuck? I haven't talked to you in like 20 something years. He's like, hey man, I was in Houston and hanging out with Mandy, and she showed me your channel. If you're looking for some new music to review, check this out. He sends me a link. Do y'all know the band? Do you remember the band $500 by any chance?
I've heard the name.
It's the dude from that movie Uncle Peckerhead.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
So he sends me this and goes, hey, this band's got this new album. And I'm like, oh, that's cool, man. I was like, yeah, dude, the guy Jeff Riddle that does all the singing and songwriting, I've actually interviewed that guy. And he goes, what? You know Jeff? And I'm like, shit, how do you know Jeff? That fucking kid plays in that fucking band. What the fuck, dude? All these years later. And he's like, you know,
tapes,
bro, he goes, if you hadn't given her those cassette tapes and she hadn't have lost those, I wouldn't have gotten them. He plays music full time, bro, for a living in punk bands.
Crazy.
He's like, I wouldn't have had those. He's like, I wouldn't have met Jeff Riddle. I wouldn't have all this shit. Boom, boom. Now he's gonna come out and do the show. I haven't seen that kid since he was like a little kid, bro.
Crazy.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Uncle Peckerhead is how, like, yeah, dude, it like blew my mind, bro. I was like standing in my store looking at my phone, like, what? Like, what? Yeah, it was awesome, dude. It was like one of the coolest things, man. So shout out to Steven if you're watching this, bro. It's gonna be cool talking to you, man. It's been a long time. I've heard his music before. He's very, very good at guitar, like really good. But I was so surprised when he knew that guy. Like when he sent me the $500, I was like, what are the odds that he knows this band? And I'm like, that's crazy. And then he's talking about Uncle Peckerhead. I'm like, yeah, I fucking love that movie. You're in this band. That's so crazy, bro. Yeah. Anyways, I just thought it was so really unique story, you know.
Yeah,
that's
pretty
crazy, man. That's awesome.
Have y'all watched the Tom Segura thing yet? Anybody?
I watched one episode and then I just didn't do it.
I guess it was great, huh?
I mean, I didn't dislike it. Like it's weird and stupid, but
yeah.
I watched it a second time. It was better on second watch.
Yeah, I'll probably watch it at some point. They're short.
Do you remember Bill Burr's thing like this?
His show?
Dude.
Well, I know he had an animated show, but...
Dude, Tom Segura literally took Bill Burr's idea and just did it on Netflix. It was called Immoral Compass. There was a few differences. And it's way better, by the way. It's far better than Segura's. But it's the same fucking thing, dude. Bad Thoughts, Immoral Compass. Same fucking title almost, dude. Like, it's about people that have opportunities to do something right or wrong. They choose the wrong thing. Where Tom Segura's, the difference is that it's just like, it's just bad thoughts he's having and he's the star. But yeah, Bill Burr had a show called Immoral Compass. And I kept thinking like, man, this seems so familiar. And then somebody today put up a video. They were like, y'all remember Immoral Compass? And I saw the thumbnail. I had a picture from the show. And I was like, son of a bitch, I do remember that. Bill Burr had like this weird long wig on, this weird goatee situation. He looked really crazy. He was doing some like dialogue at the beginning of it. I think you should check out that show if you get a chance, because it is definitely more. I think, Josh, I'm positive you'd like it better. But I think we all would like it better. It's a much better show. But I'd say give Bad Thoughts a shot, man. Tom Segura is cool, dude. It's dick and fart jokes. I don't think Josh would like it much, honestly.
Yeah, like I'm kind of getting over him a little bit. Really, kind of all those guys.
I mean, I've been over them for ages at this point. I've always hated Burt Kreischer. So
I know y'all's feelings on Burt,
yeah.
but even like Tom's shtick, it's gotten old. Where it's just, I like bad things and it makes people laugh. Get it? Like, yeah, you do the same thing every freaking episode of your podcast.
Yeah.
You talk about the same shit every time, and just it's getting kind of old. But
it's the overexposure problem, I think.
Yeah,
I think so too.
You have a one thing, and he's gotten really big, and there's just too much of it. Yeah.
It's funny because the one person that I disliked almost, maybe like the most after Burt Kreischer, was Theo Vaughn, but he's got the best podcast out of all of them.
Except I can't listen to him.
I can't listen.
Well,
to
no,
him
that's
either.
my thing. Is I have to listen to the guests and not him. I tune him out as soon as
Yeah.
he starts talking. I have to listen. But he's got the best guests and the most interesting conversations. But yes, he's hard to listen to because he's always in character, bro. Like always. It's exhausting.
Yeah, it's weird because he's got like Rogan level guests, but say what you will about Rogan, but he's no Rogan interviewer either.
He had Donald Trump on his podcast. It's like, it's fucking insane. Like he had like Ben Affleck on the other day. Like
That one I watched. I love Ben Affleck, so I was excited to watch that.
I watched some clips of that one because I like Ben Affleck's a smart guy. I like listening to him, but I cannot. Yeah, I cannot.
I can't either because
at
like
all.
you can't have a conversation with him because it's like
No,
guest says something, he says something completely ridiculous and off the wall,
It was
and I
random.
get that's its thing, but like you're not having a conversation. You're just you're saying things at each other, and
Right.
there's no real.
When was the last time you watched one of his podcasts?
Not that long ago. I tried
Well,
watching the.
he's gotten better at it. I mean, he still
Has he?
does that a lot, but it's not as much as he used to. He used to do it like the whole entire episode. He still does it a fair bit, but not as much because I can't stand that shit. I don't like him much as a person, but I mean, dude, there's nothing else to watch except punk rock shit and horror movie shit for me. So I'm trying to find something else to do. I've been going back and just listening to music straight up, like just instead of watching podcasts, which I guess is fine. I mean, but I need something to listen to. I don't always want to hear music. I'm getting old, man. My ears don't want to hear that shit all the time.
Yeah. I've been trying to listen to more music, so I've been trying.
I need to listen to more books.
Listen to less podcasts and whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Fucking. What'd y'all watch this week? Anything else that was good?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I got I'm changing my stance slightly on Andor.
What's Andor?
I've the Star Wars show,
Okay, yeah.
the one that everybody talks up like it's the greatest thing ever. I finished the first season.
Uh-huh.
And like after episode, I think it's like episode 8 or something like that.
Dang.
I'm like, okay, I kind of get, but like it's 8 episodes of a 12 episode season. It takes that long for it to finally like click. So like,
Dig in.
I don't know.
Damn.
Yeah. So like something happens in like the 7th episode. And then I just say he goes to prison. He gets randomly caught and goes to prison. I'm like, this is the stupidest. Like, why you just get randomly caught and go to prison? It's so dumb. And then they kind of reveal some things. I was like, okay, I get it.
Okay.
It's not like some giant reveal or anything like that, but yeah, from that point on, I'm like, okay, I get what's happening. I mean, I know the premise of the freaking show. It's setting up the whole Death Star explosion thing in Rogue One and all that stuff, but
Right.
it just finally worked a little bit better for me. So I thought about stopping a few times because it's boring. It's really boring, but it picks up for me. That I'm gonna watch through season 2 at least. I think.
I may give it another shot.
Cool.
I can't do
That's what
Star
season-
Wars stuff, man. I gotta
That's
pick
good.
and choose what I like because there's so much lore and shit. I can't keep up.
You're gonna be bored to death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I might watch it with Krista though because she wants to watch it and she deserves some time to pick what she wants to watch.
It is
You really stuck with this shit, Chris. Like, how are you? 8 episodes boring. Okay, it's fun.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, it's like it is boring,
That's funny.
but it's like it's good. I mean, I'll say it's by far the most well-made Star Wars thing,
Okay, I mean that matters.
like outside of the original stuff. You know,
Several of those shows just look like garbage. So
yes.
Mm.
So this looks great. Like it's got like I don't know the right word. It's very boring storytelling, but it's very good storytelling. Like it's a little by the book for me, I guess. That it's it's setting all these things up and putting all the pieces in place, and it's telling a proper story, and it's good. It's well done, but
it's a little more like ground level than most of the Star Wars stuff
Yeah.
is.
Okay.
So it's a little more like nuts and bolts, like just political stuff and things like that, at least from what I've seen.
it's a lot of conversation. Like people are just having conversations about the Empire and
Man, if I knew the like what they were talking about more, I would probably like that because I don't mind dialogue heavy stuff, but it's when I get lost in it, definitely I just check out.
Yeah.
yeah. There's just there's no like real big interesting thing they really talk about in it. So yeah, it's I still say it's slow, but
Gotcha.
it's picked up for me at least where I'm gonna continue.
Everybody seems to love it. So I started watching it. I got to get back on it.
Yeah.
I'll give it a shot. Jamie hooked me up with a title. It's a Swedish film, I think. and Swedish. It has Noomi Rapace in it, and
Okay.
That's your girl.
it's called The Trip. Yeah, it's from 2021. I think I watched it on Netflix.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it's like this husband and wife go on this vacation to this cabin, and they both hate each other so much that they're both genuinely thinking of killing each other.
Jeez.
And then like circumstances change to where they sort of have to mutually work together, and it's just insane. Like there's crazy bloody killing, just
Okay.
it's a wild ass movie.
You think I might like it?
Yeah, it's definitely like Evil Dead kind of wild. There's no zombies or anything like that, but it's just like, what the hell how did this happen? Right? It's just it's whack. It's totally wild, but it's good. It's good.
What was it called again?
The
The
Trip.
Trip.
I might have to put that on my
Jamie
list.
freaking
Sounds
loved
cool.
it, so
It's from a couple years ago.
yeah. But it's it's in Swedish too, so be ready to read.
Oh,
Boo.
I'm okay with that. I didn't know, and maybe you've mentioned this a bunch of times. So my apologies. I didn't know that Numi, whatever you say her last name, I didn't know that she was the girl with the dragon tattoo.
Bro,
In the
it's
Swedish
so-
movies.
I
Yeah,
watched the girl with the dragon tattoo after I watched this because I was like, knew me, right? And then I watched Josh's favorite one, the Fincher one.
Fincher.
And I've never really been able to power through that son of a gun because I always thought the original was better. I just love Noomi Rapace, right? But
Oh.
dude, halfway through it, I was like, this movie is incredible. Like I
That's
really
awesome.
thought it was good. It's
Yeah.
very plot driven, but man, Fincher has a vibe.
That's one of my
And then-
favorite Fincher movies.
Fincher was
Rooney
great.
Mara just
Love that
goes for it. I mean, she plays that character just like a wild woman. It's awesome.
I've seen that movie like 3/4 of the way through. I need to go like rewatch it because the books are pretty great.
Yeah, I love the
Really?
books. I remember Tori and I saw that in the theater together, and then we both read all the books
That's awesome.
because we loved it.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I read-
that would
yeah.
be a badass.
Yeah, I read the books first, and then
Oh, nice.
did
Oh,
the
really?
Swedish, and then I did the Swedish movies.
What'd you
and then,
think
like,
of the latter
first-
ones?
the first Swedish movie is decent, I think. The second two, not so much. I mean, they follow the books fairly well, from what I remember, but they're just not, they're not very well made. I mean,
Yeah.
was it Skarsgård, right?
Yeah.
And he's good in it too. Him and Noomi Rapace they're
It's
good.
not Skarsgård.
I always wanted to watch.
Skarsgård's in the Fincher one.
Who's
It's
in
the guy. He's like the
Somebody.
villain in the first John Wick, and I can't remember his damn name. He died.
Wait, the guy that was in Game of Thrones?
No.
No.
He's the guy in the
Oh!
first John Wick
Oh,
movie.
yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
he's like
Michael Nyqvist or
Mike
however you say
Nyqvist.
it.
Yeah. He's in one of
He's
the
good. He's
Mission
good too.
Impossibles too.
Yeah, he's good too. He's in two of the Mission Impossible, or maybe he's just in a like
Probably
flashback or
Flash-
something. Of
yeah,
the,
he's
of
in
the new one.
He's in Ghost Protocol. Yeah,
Mission Impossible movies are pretty good, man.
Daniel
They're
Craig
awesome.
killed it too.
you should
But
go
anyway.
check out the new one, Randy.
Oh, I want to. I want to watch the other part first again, and then go watch it after that.
Yeah,
I might have to do it like maybe Thursday. This week I'm going out of town. You know what? No, because I'm gonna take Charlie. I'm taking Charlie with me. I need to spend some time with Charlie, so I'm taking her with me. She likes Chris Klink, so we're gonna go up there and hang out and see his dog
cool.
and hang out. Yeah, dude, he's cool. And he's like, yeah, bring Charlie with you. I was like, fucking, she'll love to take a road trip. Brickin will not go with me anywhere, so I'm like, come on, Charlie, you're going with me. That's my little road dog, man. We're gonna go hang out.
That's cool.
Yeah,
nice.
dude, I need some family time, dude. Like, look, I love working, man. Don't get me wrong. I love my family more, so I need to have some time. Like,
Yeah, balance it.
You gotta
dude.
balance it.
But I was gonna say something a second ago, and I just lost it. Oh well.
Anything else that you watched worth talking about, Randy?
No, I watched I watched some shit on the plane, actually, like going back and forth from Vegas. I watched Triple Frontier I like that movie, dude.
That's pretty good. Yeah,
I thought that was a fucking good movie. And then I watched another Netflix one. Hold on, what was it? It was I don't know what I put them. I thought I was gonna be able to just turn them on and you know what I did watch? Chaos. With is it Chaos? No, it's called not Chaos. What's it called? Chaos is my fucking subreddit, not subreddit, my Discord. What's that movie with Tom Hardy?
Oh, is that called Chaos?
No.
It's called
Havoc?
Havoc. I watched that movie. Have y'all watched that?
I haven't watched it.
I've heard it's pretty good.
I fucking loved it, dude. I watched it twice, dude. That movie was badass, dude. Like,
Yeah, somebody was telling me today at work that they watched it. They loved it.
So it's the guy that did the Raid movies.
yo, I think Josh, I think you're gonna hate it, man. I
made
really
about
would like you to
30
watch
minutes
it.
in and I couldn't watch it, man.
No, it's got a style, bro. It looks like it's like a combination of The Raid and Sin City, bro. I don't know how else to explain it. Like, it's got these weird looks to it that I thought was cool, but I was literally thinking like, ooh, Josh would hate this. Like,
I'll give it another shot.
I've been meaning to watch it. I heard that it's kind of bad until the action starts, and then the action's fun.
Okay, I can see that being. I enjoyed it, but I don't disagree with that. I just love Tom Hardy, and dude, this movie's got so much cool shit happening in it, and there's like a bunch of punches that don't get pulled, like not physically, but like just stuff that.
Isn't the opening sequence for like 20 minutes just completely?
Bro, all of a sudden,
was
Havoc
pretty
came up on
badass.
the screen, and I was like, "Was that the intro?" And Chris just started laughing. I was like, "That's crazy as fuck." I like that though.
It's kind of heavy CGI, but that I will
Yes.
say I had it on with my kids. My kids came in, and they're like, "What the hell is this?" There's like trains crashing and all
Yeah.
kinds of crazy stuff. It was
There's like it's heavy CGI, but the style that they chose to do, I think, like it says, "Look, this is CGI. You were already gonna know it's CGI, so we're gonna make it look fucking cool versus try to make it look uber real," which is kind of what I meant by the Sin City thing. You know how they did a Ninja Assassin and like none of that blood looked even remotely real. This is not that. This looks very real. And then the spectacular shit, like there's some cool car chase scenes where the only way they could do it is with CGI, but it's done really in a fun way. You have to take your mind out of like, you know, technical ability and what do they do with the dude, is it fun or is it not? Because if you're going in there looking for fun, I think you'll enjoy it. If you're going in there looking for a high quality, well made movie, you're probably gonna be pretty disappointed. But I thought it was fun.
That's a bummer though, a little bit, because like the Raid movies that fucking rock. Those are great movies.
Yes, but those are also just a fight scene for the whole thing. There's no good storytelling really, and it's good cinematography, good choreography, good fights, but there's nothing else to the movie really. This has got a story. Like I understand your point. I don't disagree even. Because I also wanted it to be as good as that, but I knew it wasn't gonna be. So I was like, all right, and
yeah, I just keep waiting for him to like make something awesome again. You know.
I thought this was a pretty awesome movie, but
okay,
I think I would love to hear your notes on it. Yeah. But I do think if you go in it, just kind of temper your expectations, you'll probably have a good time.
Isn't it like Timothy Oliphant in that too?
There's a shitload of people in it, dude. You'll love it, dude. Forrest Whitaker's in it.
Forrest Whitaker, yeah, I knew there were some good actors in it.
Yeah, dude. Like put it on your big screen, you'll have a blast. It's a perfect big screen movie.
Yeah,
yeah.
I heard that this movie like sat on a shelf for a while and they reshot it a bunch of times.
Oh no shit!
They shot it like a lot. Most of it, I think they shot like several years ago.
Interesting.
So it went through a whole bunch of problems, but
I like the story in it. It's kind of a tried and true story.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, you got a story that I can get behind because I've liked this kind of story. And then the storytelling is done by a guy who's willing to take some risks. And I appreciated that. There's stuff in there that I didn't like much. But overall, man, I had a really good time watching it. And I don't know. I just had a good time watching it.
Okay. Yeah.
Last thing I want to show y'all, dude. I got to show you guys. Check it out. Fuck yeah, dude. I cannot believe I got this record, man. It was stupid. I cannot believe I bought this thing.
I can't believe it's not behind glass yet.
I know, dude. I gotta get it. Well, I'm taking it to Austin on Thursday to do an ultrasonic cleaning, and then we're gonna do one playthrough, and I'm gonna record the whole thing, and then I might bring it to Chris's house and actually get it put on a hard drive because I think that'd be kind of cool to have this record on a hard drive.
Okay.
But yeah, dude, that thing is. Yeah, I have it in. It typically sits in a box right now until I get a frame for it because
yeah, I figured
that thing is. And it's like the coolest story, man. So I'm really excited. But yeah,
that's awesome.
I'm still living up like on the Vegas trip, dude. Like I'm still haven't come down from it because I'm working through footage and it's just, oh man, I had fucking equipment disasters like you guys wouldn't believe. I don't get you want to hear about it right now, but oh, dude, the amount of like, I think Josh would be kind of proud of me, man. I was able to like adjust on the fly. Like, I don't think there's really anything I missed out on, but I had massive camera issues the whole weekend.
Dang.
Dude, it started on Saturday, dude. Boom, overheated at like 2:45 in the afternoon. And I was like, fuck, dude, because I was like in the shade all day. I had shit that I was trying to do to keep it from overheating, but I figured it out. I don't think it was anything except my memory card. I think it's my memory card was too big. It was the only thing that has changed since I got my camera was that I bought a really big memory card for this trip. And somebody was telling me, well, do you have a big memory card? It's probably just overworking. And I was like, wait, the memory card could do that? And I didn't know until like it was too late. And I just kept having problems. So I went on Saturday in Houston and I filmed like 6 sets, no problem. It had to be the memory card. That's what all I did was change the memory card back to an old one. But live and learn, man. Live and learn. Yeah. I'm talking to the singer of Cox Bar. He emailed me back today, bro. Shit is wild right now, man. My life is crazy as fuck. It's awesome.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah,
I'm stoked for you. You're doing great.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Yep.
All right, well, we'll wrap it up.
What was the movie again, Chris? It was
28 days later.
Ah, yes, dude. Hell yeah. Good horror movie, man.
Hell yeah. Next week.